We're officially 3/4 of the way through the NBA year. The NBA trade deadline came and went, the All-Star vacation is officially over, and that just makes the buyout market the true final frontier of the regular season before the postseason to get that last piece that you can use to truly improve a team for either a playoff push or a title run. And this year's buyout market is probably the most stacked I've seen in a long time. Star names past their primes, but that can still be highly effective, notable backups that impact winning with either dirty work or bench scoring, and in a league with so much parity that the West's 4th and 13th seeds are separated by just 4.5 games, every little bit helps. These are the top 5 buyout targets for this season, but before we get started, there are some players that have yet to be bought out, although there are rumors circulating them, no deals have been made. Guys like Derrick Rose, they can help a title contender, but until they can be freed from their current situations, I just won't list them. Okay, so starting things off at 5, we have Patrick Beverly. Pat Bev was traded to the Magic along with the 2nd round pick from Mo Bamba, and the Magic, being that they're tanking, didn't really need his veteran services, so he was a prime option for the buyout market. He was initially linked to the Timberwolves, but ended up signing up with his hometown Chicago Bulls. The Bulls, who by the way have had one of the most disappointing seasons this year. They have quality talent, but it just hasn't fit well. Losing Lonzo Ball for yet another season with his mysterious but significant knee injury hasn't helped things. And bringing Patrick Beverly is just an attempt to salvage what's left of their season. They could use his grit. Their team doesn't seem to have it. The talent on this roster should be significantly better than their current record, being way under 500 at the time of recording. While he has had a horrible season scoring the ball, his past consistencies should show some improvement to his mean, at least from 3. The worst case scenario here is that it doesn't work and the Bulls blow it up anyway, and his low cost figure should be a win-win for them. They literally can't be worse than they already are, even if Pat Bev, being the perennial antagonist that he is, creates an abrasive culture and causes a rift between the team and players like Zach LaVine. The Bulls should be looking to blow this roster to smithereens anyway if they fall flat for a 2nd straight season. So this is just the last ditch effort to try and save it. At 4, Will Barton. The Wizards buying Barton out made sense. He was a bit of a redundancy amongst their ranks of wings. He fell out of favor early on in the season and just couldn't find a rhythm offensively given his inconsistent playing time. But his scoring, shooting, and even playmaking should be desirable for a playoff team or a title contending one. Over the course of his career, he's always been a reliable 3-point shooter. Off the bench, he also brings depth as a ball handler and playmaker. It could take pressure off of second units or even help the starters with his plug-and-play opportunities. I can see him helping a squad like Denver if he can go back there, maybe build back depth in Phoenix after they shift away everything for Kevin Durant. The new-look Lakers could also use his services as another scoring threat or a shooter alongside LeBron. I think Memphis makes the most sense though. Their half-court offense has been abysmal all season, and their lack of bench shooting has limited their offensive potential with the mixed minutes with their starters, something Barton brings in spades. His skill set can fit with almost any roster in need of an undersized wing or an oversized guard with ball handling, shooting, and playmaking capabilities. For 3, Reggie Jackson. Mr. June became a free agent at the perfect time, and Denver wasted none of it in scooping him up. Reggie lost a lot of his opportunities this season with the returns of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, which resulted in a bit of a down year for him statistically. But I'm old enough to remember Reggie Jackson keeping the Clippers ahead in the play-in race all season last year, with Paul George and Kawhi dealing with various health issues, even being pivotal in their Western Conference Finals run in 2021. He was basically their 3rd most important player. He was a flamethrower from deep, was insanely clutch on both ends, and elevated his play to match those playoff moments. Denver landing him bolsters their guard rotation behind Jamal Murray, KCP, and Bruce Brown, and it gives the Nuggets a good playmaker off the bench. This also low-key acts as a non-committal injury insurance given this is Jamal's 1st season back from a torn ACL. A true veteran point guard, pseudo-starter for this Denver squad that has title aspiration definitely helps their chances. Number 2, Kevin Love. Love just didn't fit with the Cavaliers anymore with their current roster stacked with young and incredibly talented big men. Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley have cannibalized the minutes at the 4 and the 5 spots, and rightfully so. Those 2 dudes are straight up outstanding. But Kevin Love has a lot to offer still as a stretch 4 or 5, and the Heat also wasted no time in scooping him up, and it bolstered their front court depth. Love adds more than just spot-up shooting. His ability to rebound and start transition opportunities is second to none. No one, and I mean no one, throws an outlet pass like Kevin Love even at his age and with his mileage. Plus, his ability to act as a pick and roll or pick and pop partner would benefit the Heat's offense that has struggled and become strangled in the half court. The Heat don't need more defense, something Love would never be really accused of being great at. But their offense has become bogged down way too frequently, and Love opens up some other options for Eric Spoelstra. I look forward to seeing what Miami does with the Kevin Love minutes. And number 1, Russell Westbrook. This is the ultimate gamble for the Clippers season. While it doesn't cost much in terms of money, this could be what makes or breaks their year. I don't think I'm alone in that win or lose thought process with this signing. There really isn't a middle ground here. Russ played decently for the Lakers off the bench, not for that $43+ million price tag, and definitely not with how clunky that roster fit together, but now Russ at least is alongside 2 stars that actually suit his talents. The spacing in LA for the Clippers right now is significantly better. The Clippers are 7th in 3-point percentage, and just fractions of a percentage away from being 3rd. The Lakers are 26th. This immediately suits Russ's basket attack and kick-out ability. The danger is in Westbrook's decision-making and the leadership in LA. On the court, they don't really have a voice stronger than Westbrook's. Can you imagine Kawhi Leonard trying to tell Russ to slow the hell down? Now, Tyronn Lue has said, like the many that have failed to integrate Russ before him, that he wants Russ to be Russ. Now, I do remember a commercial from when I was a kid where it was like, who does depression affect? Everyone, and they show like a really sad dog walking around in the house. If Russ gets benched again in LA, he may drag everyone down with him with how he acts in the locker room. The overcompensation to be a team player can be a detriment. They call it malicious compliance, and he's going to be inadvertently a saboteur. I do think the situation should work though. We've seen Paul George and Westbrook play really well off of each other. However, the one thing the Clippers can't afford to do is waste a healthy season of their star pairing. With just 34 and 44 games played by Kawhi and Paul George respectively, it is already significantly more than they had last year. It'll be interesting to see either way, and I do want to see a Brody redemption arc, and he seems excited for a fresh start too.
Any situation in the workplace and somebody that a lot of teammates and people that want you here is very important. To me, I value that a lot.
Get on it, NBA script writers. Thank you, as always, for watching. If you like the content, please hit the subscribe button and like the video, and I'll see you next time.